Stevie Wonder is an American R&B singer-songwriter and multiple awards-winning entertainer. Born in Saginaw, Michigan on May 13, 1950, Stevie was born prematurely, which necessitated him being put in an incubator. He attributed his blindness to a mistake made shortly after his birth. In an interview with Oprah Winfrey, Stevie disclosed that his doctor made an irreversible mistake. According to Stevie, I was given too much oxygen and an area of my eyes was destroyed. His retina detached, leading to the loss of his eyesight. Hello and welcome to HipHop Noise. In this video, we would be talking about the messy love life of Stevie Wonder and his 9 children from 5 women. Make sure you stay till the end, as you don't want to miss any of this information, and be sure to click the subscribe button for more videos. Beginnings. In an interview with The Independent, Stevie Wonder Stevie sang in the church choir, learned to play the piano at the age of 7, taught himself to play the harmonica, drums and bass. And in addition to all these skills, he added an extra skill, one that would come to shape his life even more than his music did, the art of attracting beautiful women. Stevie confided in Oprah that as a kid growing up, one of his songs that he loves to play on the piano was Smokey Robinson's I'll Try Something New. Stevie said, when I sing that song, the girls would come around and my heart would beat fast. And even though he couldn't see the faces of the girls, Stevie could sense that they were crushing on him. Stevie's natural charms continue to attract even more girls after singing for Motown. As of 2020, Stevie Wonder had fathered 9 children with 5 different women. So, guess the question is, how do you attract women you can't see? The child becomes a man. All sorts of wild stories have been told about Stevie's love life, the most outrageous being Betty LaVette's sensational account of how she and her group of female friends attempted to give Stevie his first sexual appearance on his 16th birthday. In her memoir, A Woman Like Me, Betty recounted how her friend Mary Early was chosen to initiate the young Stevie into the pleasure of sex. However, Mary got cold feet, and at the last minute, Stevie stood up. Love and satin dolls. Stevie did not allow his inability to see prevent him from identifying with beautiful women. He relied on his other senses to help him pinpoint the most beautiful woman in the room. Stevie had this to say in an interview with Page 6. I know a lady of the world when I'm around her, so I really don't need anyone to tell me she's the one where she's not. Despite always being chased by groupies, Stevie told Jet magazine it became much easier for him to identify the satin dolls. The term satin doll originated from Duke Ellington, who sounds a phrase to describe a woman who is as pretty on the outside as she is on the inside. Stevie said he would judge his conversations with women. A good sense of humor and a great personality were 2 things that would win him over. Sometimes, however, Stevie could be crude. He's been known to hang out in churches to hook up with ladies. Stevie would tell women he could give them everything he wanted. One of Stevie's conquests told the New York Post she was sitting in front of Stevie at church when Stevie tapped her on the shoulder and asked what it was that brought her to church. She told him she attended the service every Sunday because she believed in God. She said Stevie responded that he could give her all the things that God had promised to give her. The unattainable woman. Steve's late mother knew her son had a way with the ladies. Before her death in 2004, Lulu Mae Hardaway revealed that before attending an event, Stevie would choose a woman to flirt with. On a famous occasion, Stevie chose to flirt with Diana Ross, who wasn't only a fellow musician on the Motown label, but was also Barry Gordon's, who's the label owner, mistress. Stevie reportedly asked someone to tell him what colour dress Diana was wearing, and then when he was led over to her, he showered her with compliments, like, I love that red dress. Fearing the consequences, Stevie's friends at the label quickly stepped in to quash any intentions he might have for Diana. Levi Stubbs of the 4 Top stated, Stevie flirted, but when it came to Diana, we had to let him know that she was the boss's woman and the boss doesn't play. Freshly married. Stevie began a relationship with Sarita Wright, who was a receptionist at Motown's Detroit office. Sarita also doubled as a background and demo singer. 18-year-old Stevie and 22-year-old Sarita's friendship eventually turned romantic. According to Page 6, Stevie was enthralled by her presence because, as he put it, she was fresh. They tied the knot, but after 18 months, their marriage was over. Although their relationship didn't last, they remained friends and continued working on music. Isn't she lovely? Stevie announced his new love to the public when he told Rolling Stone magazine in a 1973 interview that he had a new person in his life. The woman was his secretary and bookkeeper, Yolanda Simmons. He said one thing they had in common was sensing when people weren't being authentic. According to Rolling Stone, Yolanda gave birth to his daughter Isha Morris on February 1975. Stevie revealed to Oprah that one night the sound of Isha splashing in the bathtub almost brought him to tears. He related, "That was emotion stuck in a moment, and that can never be taken away." This inspired him to write one of the most iconic hits entitled "Isn't She Lovely?" The beginning of the song features the adorable giggles and cries of his baby girl. Pastime lovers. Anyone wishing to know how Stevie's love life got to be messed up should look no further than a sleeve notes of his 1976 album, Songs in the Key of Life. It contained one of many messages from Stevie that read, "My mind's heart must be polygamous, and my spirit is married to many, and my love belongs to all." The note was followed by a list of women's first names. Yolanda gave birth to their son, Keita Morris, in 1977. Eventually, the couple broke off their relationship in 1982. Writing names of women you've dated on your album sleeves wasn't probably a good idea if you happened to be in a relationship. Finding love. Stevie had more children during the 80s. He fathered a son named Mumataz with Melody Mokale and a son named Kwame with a woman named Cheryl. Sources also report that he fathered his fifth child, a daughter named Sophia, born on an unknown date with an unidentified woman. In 1996, Stevie moved in with a woman named Angela McGaffey. Stevie reportedly convinced Angela to quit her job as a wardrobe consultant and move into his LA estate. According to Angela, it was understood by both parties that Stevie would be the sole income earner and she would be the homemaker. Angela also assisted Stevie in several other ways. She helped him with resolving some of his medical, personal, and family issues. She also reportedly redesigned his audience by adding Braille inscriptions to help him move independently. Angela supervised a diet and exercise program to help Stevie reduce his blood pressure. She also claimed that she re-indeed a federal personal services to help him with bladder, hemorrhoid, and fungus infection. While he and Angela were cohabitating, Stevie met the stunning freelance art director Kay Millard in 1999 at a New York nightclub. In a report published by The Telegraph, Stevie was so smitten by her when she turned down his invitation to join him, Stevie practically stalked Kay until he got her undivided attention. They ended up talking until 5 a.m. and 6 months later, they got engaged. Stevie and Kay tied the knot in September 2001. Stevie and Kay became husband and wife. So, now what happened to Angela? Well, of course, she sued Stevie, claiming among other things that he infected her with herpes. In the $30 lawsuit that she filed a month after Stevie and Kai's wedding, Angela claimed he concealed the disease from her. Anyways, Stevie countersued, alleging Angela took $160,000 worth of furniture, stereos, exercise, and musical gear after their breakup. And more importantly, he denied the STD allegation. The case ended up in mediation, and the outcome was kept confidential. In 2001, Kai gave birth to a son named Kayland, and in May 2005, Kai gave birth to Stevie's seventh child, a baby boy named Mandela. The baby's name was a suggestion that came from Nelson Mandela. Another divorce, and another true love. Stevie had always wanted a large family, and he made this known in a 2010 interview he did with The Telegraph. In the interview, Stevie admitted he wanted 2 more children, preferably twins. He filed for divorce from Kai in 2012 after 11 years of marriage. He cited irreconcilable differences and signed the divorce papers using 2 fingerprints instead of a signature. Stevie also requested joint custody of their 2 sons and agreed to pay $25,000 a month in child support. Does this mean Stevie had to give up on love? Nah. Before the divorce was finalised in October 2015, Stevie had already found another love. Her name was Tamika Robin Bracey, and according to a Page 6 source, they met at a gathering. Stevie was reportedly captivated by a perfume when Tamika walked past him, and he later told his friends that Stevie Tamika was light on her feet, and to him, that meant she must be a true beauty. The relationship progressed, and Tamika quickly gave birth to 2 children. In July 2001, 67-year-old Stevie got hooked for the 3rd time to a 42-year-old Tamika. Perhaps he was just being superstitious. 3rd time lucky, right? In December 2019, Stevie underwent a kidney transplant. And in a virtual press conference held to declare his move from his longtime label, Motown Records, Stevie told his fans that he never felt better and teased his daughter Aisha. "I told my daughter Aisha, I'm going to be like 5 years younger than you now. I'm going from 70 to being 40. Although sources claim Stevie wasn't that much of a father, as he's gotten older, he's developed closer bonds with all of them. Presently, Stevie and Tamika are living happy in Los Angeles with their 2 children, and throughout his storied love life, Stevie claimed to Oprah that he's learned one valuable lesson. "I'm a work in progress, but if I know in my heart that I'm doing my best, that my heart's in the right place and I have unconditional love, I feel okay."